I have my 6 and my 8 meter covered right now. I got the Strike F1s, and I'm looking for something a little different for the smaller wings. I'm trying the Duotone Unit V2. I got a good deal on the 2022 version. It's the 5 meter. I'm going to take a look at it. Just arrived, and so we're going to unbag it. Right off the bat, the bag feels, I like it. It's got dual handles for the backpack, and there's a lot of room in it. So looks like it's going to pack in probably pretty easily. So it comes rolled up and tightened up, and we'll go ahead and unroll it. I'm always interested in how they fold them from the factory. We got these windows like I had on my Nash. So they've got it folded up. Unfold it here. Okay, so they folded it that way. Let's unfold. I got some wind. Let's put something down on this. That's a little better. Let's keep unrolling this guy. Yo. So basically, looks like they maybe folded it twice, so it's gonna unfold it one more roll. So it was folded by the handle over the top, and they folded these ends in. So it looks like you match that up, fold it over the top to get it back in. To me, it looks like they're folding it that way. They want to fold at the handles and protect the windows. So that'd be the fold mark is right where the windows are. So at this point, it's ready to be inflated. I've got this just kind of folded right to there. We'll pull this guy back. We'll get access to the inflation system. So this inflation, again, is system's kind of jacked, I think, because you got to get this adapter to plug in there so that you can use your regular pump. I'm glad I didn't get rid of my kiteboard pump. This adapter actually goes to its kiteboard style inflation valve. So I got to look for an adapter to get me out of this whole situation, because I don't want to carry that pump or this pump and my electric pump with me. That would just totally suck. Like a lot of the wings now, they got this strut valve, so you can dump the air out of the strut quickly. I also like this, it's got a clamp off. Wish they do these on more of them, so you can clamp this guy off. Get a little added protection if something were to happen to the full bladder or the wing. Quick walk around. First thing I notice, we'll have to take a look at the windows, but I do like these to see. Well, I mean, I don't know, they're different. I don't know if I like them yet. It's kind of like batten stiffeners. Hopefully those won't come out. See how that, I guess, goes with the flutter. There's quite a bit of cutaway in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the handle. Well, let's check the handles out. A lot of nice distance in there. That'll be nice. That's pretty rigid. I like that you can take them off if you don't. I mean, probably for packing, if you want to pack it a little tighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up and take a look. Mostly curious about the windows, the placement of the windows. Let's flip it over. So the first thing I notice is it's heavier than the Strike, than my 6 meter Strike. So this will be, definitely need to have some wind in it. It's not just gonna float there. I don't think it's gonna really just hover in the air like the Strike does. I do like the rigid handles. Right off the bat, I like the window placement. We'll have to see when I'm actually on the water. I like that they're not too big, but I can actually see through here. You can also see up. So I like that. It really has a gigantic front bladder. Let's take a look at that. This thing is, it's probably about as fat as my 8 meter Strike. So I think that's it with the unboxing. It's kind of interesting, they do have a deflate valve. People have talked about on that side. Also have this clamp, which is kind of cool on this side. So you can clamp it off just like you would a kiteboard clamp. That works pretty well. So we're gonna give it a shot. Overall impressions, I'm really not that stoked on it. I don't like how heavy it is. That's probably the number one thing, is it just feels heavy doesn't feel like it's going to float like the other ones. And I guess one of the challenges is I have an 8 meter and a 6 meter strike, and they're both really light, and they just kind of float there. So I think that the handles are a little clunky. I really don't like that valve that they have on. I imagine people can get over that and whatnot, but you know, right out of the gate, not digging that. Um, it's also really hard to roll up, and I think a lot of that has to, it's kind of like some of the other wings that have the windows. You kind of got to do some funky rolling in order to make that happen. And I'm not all that fond of the windows, you know. I mean, I think they're probably in a great location and all that kind of stuff, but that material, I just don't see it lasting. And it's heavy. You know, I keep going back to that heavy part. You know, if I'm going to be out there with a 5 meter, I really want it to float. I don't want it to feel heavy at all. So disappointed. I didn't even get out on the water. I could just feel it in my hands that it just wasn't going to be something I was going to be excited about. So the nice thing is return policies are really good with a lot of these shops. So it's going to go back. I'm out the shipping cost, but at least, you know, I got a sense of what it was about. I got a great price on it as being a 2002 kind of clearance item. So I'm going to go out and look for a 5 meter strike.